Hey everyone, welcome to PoPXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the PoPXP channel.
Boom! Here they are, Stephen Perros.
Hello.
So, hello everybody, Mr. and Mrs. America.
Awe-inspiring. Haikyo, our second book in this reinvigoration, relaunching of your epic pop culture iconic Anna Ishikawa. I'm honored to be the writer on this and to work out the story with you, the originator of it all, and now to look at what is literally, smell it, Billy. It smells
so good. And feel this, Stephen. This is a satin like a baby's behind.
Oh, my God.
Oh, glorious. So here's our cover, Steve. So we get the only things we're waiting on now are T-shirts, which you get here Monday. Deborah, let me know. And the metal editions and the jeweled editions, they come in next week as well.
Wow, this is
glorious. So everything. Oh, the week after next, because I think they're being shipped to the printer. Next week they should be in next week. I apologize. So
really, walk us through these covers. Walk us through. What are we looking at individually?
Well, okay. So right now we have, this is our Shihaikyo, which is a 64-page graphic novella. It was originally supposed to be 48 pages of story and art, Stephen, if you remember. Then as you say, I'm like, I'll just add another page. Just add another page. Next thing, we ended up adding 10 extra pages of story.
Yep.
So the cool thing is let me go into comments too. I think people might be commenting. Steve, I don't know if you're on the Facebook.
It's less that we added story. It's because we always start with a very solid treatment outline of this. It was about making sure we were maximizing the scenes within that story. So it wasn't like we suddenly had an idea, let's add on another scene, or let's just keep the story going past our end. We always had the beginning, middle, and end broken down into scenes and sequences and estimates of the page count per scene. But then we would get into them, and it became clear to particularly sometimes me, but more often you as the artist, wanting to make sure that these scenes were not being rushed through, and especially as you got inspired by the scenes, by the sequences, to really make sure they pop, not only so you could express yourself, but really what you expected the fans wanted to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's they are still, if we were to look back at our 48-page outline, it's the same book. It's just no longer 48 pages.
Right. It's now 58 pages.
Yeah.
And I just want to say we got a lot of fun people there. Our my buddy Richard Boom, the Dutch giant, if you will, is here. Jonathan Thornhill, Officer Detective Jonathan Thornhill, who is the guest stars of the comic, and he gets a nice little, hey, honey.
Hi.
We're live right now. Jonathan Thornhill gets a little guest star. There you go. Is our guest starring.
I love it.
We got Maria Laura Sanapo, one of my favorite artists, our Miss Fury Joy Division artist, and this is Maria's cover. And I love putting out, these are our guest artist covers, because I just, we go out and I seek them out. And I'm just fans of Connie Valentina's artwork. Of course, this is Joni Brosis. There goes Deborah. Did you say hi to Steve?
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Yeah. Our very, very first ever She Cosplay variant cover. And of course, Maria's cover, Connie's cover. And then we have the Jeff Chapman Gate Crasher cover. This is, and Steve, I've been looking at these covers like this. Look at this. Whoa, look at that.
And listen,
we can go into.
You can do anything.
Look at this face. Look at Haikyo's Hotaro's face. Sorry, it's not clean. Just beautiful, Maria.
I don't know if you know these things called computers. You can zoom in. You can do these things.
Yeah, but I got to zoom the camera in, so I don't want to play with it. It's all set up. It's nice.
You usually got.
Boomer no more. You got all these rigs. Wait till you come over. Oh, you got what?
Wait, let me look at it. Let me look closer, Billy. Let me look closer at that.
Hang on, Steve. You got to say, "I say."
I say, old chap. It's quite extraordinary.
Extraordinary. So these are the damaged ones. So I grabbed the first row of damages. We only got about 12 damages I found thus far, and that's going to happen. But the cool thing, Steve, is I think this is maybe the first. Got to be the first comic book. And I'm going to switch over to the brand real quick. The very first crowdfunded comic, right? Mm-hmm. That was delivered to the publisher from the printer via RV and U-Haul. And there's Deb yesterday when they came in. 4,500 books. Our printers there was a mix up with the printing. I guess it was just so many. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to say. Anyway, there was a mix-up. There was a delay with the printing. We had paid for Shihaikyo in January, the printing. We sent them the digital files in February. This book, Steve, if you recall, was finished in February. Yeah. I believe the books were printed on the last day of March. And then there was a screw up with the binding of the books. Something happened, and they were just kind of forgotten. So no one could find these books. And, and our printers, API, they are amazing. Robert Smith and Joseph Healy, our reps over there, are just amazing because API also does all the yearbooks across the country, the United States. Jostens, the company, they print all the yearbooks. So they got this massive influx of yearbooks, and who knows what happened to our books. But Joseph had them, and Robert put the calls into Shelley, who's amazing over there. They all worked hard. They bounded all the books. Let me just take this off real quick. Hang on. They bounded all the books. They boxed them up, shipped them up, and then Joseph owns this RV, and Joseph drove from Georgia to Tennessee, picked up almost 5,000 comics, and drove over 1,500 miles over the weekend to get these to us yesterday morning.
Wow, that's extraordinary.
Isn't that amazing?
Dedication to customer service like I've never heard of, Billy.
Me neither, and the professionalism. So then we have our fulfillment crew are there, and they went right to work. And as of yesterday, Stephen, not bad for first day. I signed over 1,000 comics, and we've already boxed up over almost 500 of them.
Amazing.
Yesterday.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they've been working hard since 9 a.m. this morning. Who knows how many more they got? They had just called Debbie saying that they ran out of bags. So Debbie's going to run to the comic shop and get another 1,000 or 2,000 Silver Age bags. Because the Silver Age bags, Steve, as you know, when the comics get to be this thick.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, 64 pages.
Yeah.
You're going to need the Silver Age bags. The modern bags just don't cut. They just don't cut.
Tell us, Billy. Tell us for the viewers at home there the difference between a Silver Age bag and a regular bag.
Yeah, Silver Age bags are the Silver Age bags. I think were maybe 1/8 of an inch shorter, but they were wider. I think that's the case, unless they were just wider and bigger. The Silver Age comics. I don't have the exact measurements, and I wish I had called you an hour ago to say I was going to go live, and then maybe that's a good question to ask. I do my research, but I'm sure someone out there knows. But the Silver Age bags are larger. The comics were larger, so they're easier to go right in. And Zaid Comics, our boy Zaid Comics, good to see you guys. Hello, Ronaldo Torres. Let's say hello to some of our friends, Stephen, shall we?
Very excited. Well, hello there. Hello. We got now. Am I seeing the comics in the StreamYard? Is that where I find the comics?
You are seeing the comics in the StreamYard. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Jeff and
Zaid Comics.
Yep. Zaid Comics is the Diaz brothers, and they're amazing. They're wonderful, wonderful guys. Great creators on their own right. You got to see their crowdfunded campaigns. They are kicking ass with Magic Cop and yes.
Am I taking your truck to Hot Flips?
Yeah, you're going to go to Hot Flips.
So it's definitely worth it.
All right, you can't take my truck then. Can you park my truck in the street? Because you're not going to.
Can you please park?
I can't. I'm going live right now.
I know that, but I mean, in the future,
yes.
When you know that you need your truck, don't park it behind my car.
We are hearing live Billy and Debbie in a very, very minor.
Never had a fight. Oh, she just cussed. This program is not for children, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho, so yeah, let's go to the comments and let's share some comments. So we have, of course, the oh, here we go. Look, Steven, Silver Age books are bigger and longer story wise. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, but we've got lots of our friends out here. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you, pal. Jeff's a Marine. Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you, sir.
How cool is this name? Pop Culture Avenger. And who is that, Steven? Is that the Frankenstein teenage? I was a teenage.
No. That looks to me like Frankenstein Conquers the World from Toho. Is that? Am I right about that? Pop Culture Avenger.
I think it is.
That's what it looks like to me. It looks like Frankenstein Conquers the World, Toho's Frankenstein film, which was not a man in a suit, but a man in a crazy makeup. It's actually an underrated kaiju film, Kaiju, which is Japanese for giant, any kind of giant monster genre. Godzilla's a kaiju film, etc. So it's that I believe is it. But I'm waiting for Pop Culture Avenger to weigh in and confirm that I haven't been talking gibberish the last.
No, I think you're 100% right. I think you're 100% right.
Well,
and Stephen, we have our old pal Mark Haynes is in the. Hello, Mark. And we have Eric Brose. Good to see you, Eric.
Now how do you see that? How are you knowing that
they're on the Facebook? They're on the
Facebook.
They're
on the Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook for some reason is not attached to StreamYard. Is not attached, so I can't see the Facebook.
Oh, I got you.
There we are. I can work on the Facebook page. And they just scroll by super fast. But anyway, so Steve, would you mind? And we're not going to go long. We're just going to go through the books real quick. Would you mind? Would you mind giving the people a little gist of what Haikyo is?
Yes, in book one, Return of the Warrior, book one in this new series, in this new reinvigorated Anna Ishikawa, who is now 15 years after, a little more than 15 years after the last time we saw her. She now has a daughter, a 15-year-old daughter named Haikyo. And as we saw in the previous book, Return of the Warrior, her nemesis, who had been imprisoned, and as we learned, was imprisoned in a psychiatric ward for the criminally insane, has escaped. There's a murder at the very, very beginning, a ritualistic murder in a sort of Japanese form of bondage turned suicide. I mean, turned slaughter, basically.
Yeah.
And now Anna is with the help of Arashi is the escaped criminal. Is he out to get her? Is he or is he not? She is aided, or is she being aided by, in fact, Arashi's psychiatrist, or does he, in fact, have some other agenda in mind? Anna is on a collision course to face off against Masahiro Arashi, which she does in Return of the Warriors spectacular. And I say spectacular not because I wrote it with Billy, but because of how gloriously Billy drew it. Garnier Lima inked it. Hi-Fi Design colored it. It's just glorious. All leading to this spectacular confrontation between Anna and Arashi, where we learn some startling truths, only to come back to her home and find that her daughter Haikyo has been Hotaru is gone, kidnapped, and gone. So now.
But she's no shrinking violet, is she now? Look at her.
Violet, because what we do is quite a fun stroke of genius. What we do as we start Haikyo is we flash back to 2 hours or to an hour earlier, and we actually see, because when Anna comes in the house at the end with Arashi, it is literally a bloody mess of broken everything, smashed, and we think, oh my God, what happened to this poor girl? Well, as we start Haikyo, we see hardly the poor girl. She kicked some ass. Did ultimately get abducted, but not before putting up one hell of a fight with this demented
copycat killer, right?
Copycat killer.
Yeah, and I love that Brian Miller.
Spill the beans too much in case people haven't read Return of the Warrior, because I'd like them to be able to experience Return of the Warrior with no spoilers as well. So, now Anna, who is working with Arashi, working with the police, still not knowing if she can trust either of them. We're cross-cutting constantly throughout the book between Hotaru being kidnapped in this really intense lair. Everything is based on real locations in Manhattan, underutilized in comic books and popular arts, but we're using them, including, Pete is not, her ex-husband is not only in prison, he's on a prison barge in the Bronx. Very few people know exists. The ruins of a smallpox hospital is where the villain has his lair. It's very, very cool on Roosevelt Island. So very, very wild locations all around Manhattan. But anyway, Hotaru is in prison. Anna is looking for her. She's on a collision course to hopefully save her daughter. And we're not sure up until the end, is Arashi going to help her or not? Does he have another agenda or not? All coming together if you love the end of Return of the Warrior, where it was Anna versus Arashi, now it's four people fighting on two fronts, plus the ghosts of the SHI, and a couple of and a whole.
I don't want to give too much away, but I'm so excited. And Haikyo literally means. And here's Gardenia Lima, my partner, Gardenia, because he's just so good that this is the back cover to every comic except for the Connie Valentina, because Connie. And again, these are the damages, so I can do that. Are just look at this beautiful wraparound coverage that she did. Yeah, but and Steve Haikyo actually, what does Haikyo mean?
It means ruins, Billy. And you came up with a delightful title. Originally, we thought it would be called, the second book would be called Hotaru, but Hotaru is the thread in the whole series, this whole new series of books. And Billy, you came up with a wonderful Haikyo, which means ruins. And as anybody who writes creative stories, a title is something you can really latch onto and keep trying to service throughout the story. And ruins, has many, many meanings in this. It's not only the literal ruins, which is where Hotaru is being held prisoner, but it's certainly the ruins of Arashi's life, the ruins of Anna's marriage. And what do we do with ruins? Do we let them stand there as monuments? Do we knock them down and rebuild? And there's a lot going on here that plays around with that word. So Billy, I thank you for bringing that word into it very early on and which helped to bring a nice focus into not only the story but individual scenes all the way up to the end. And I'm very happy that our editorial staff has deemed this book The Godfather 2 of SHI books, meaning that while they thoroughly loved and enjoyed Return of the Warrior, the book 1 of this new series, book 2 took it to the next level. And I love Return of the Warrior. I'm not going to say anything. I don't favor one child over the other. But I do think we did, and I say we because this is a group effort, as everyone knows in books. I think it's just a Homeric, Herculean effort on everyone's part. Everyone brought their A game. Billy, you were just so inspired by this story, by every panel, and and your communication with the whole team. Not only me as the writer, but Gardenio. And and your colorist, it's a glorious. I mean, just flipping through the pages you just showed.
And I love how Brian Miller switched. The Brian Miller Hi-Fi Color Design, who does colors switch from the present then to the past with this great sepia that he did. And then what I also like is, Steve, when we get to the ruins, I don't want to give away too much. No. But when we get to the ruins, look at how the pages turn black. So it's gonna be it's a lot of fun. I don't want to give too much away, but and it was a really great, wonderful experience, Stephen. It's always a delight to work with you. Like I said, I love our story meetings, and I just they just spool the ideas, and we end up talking over one another and stuff. And It's so much fun. And I mean, this is what comics are all about, guys. We're all in this together. Steven, if somebody could find, or I'll post a link, because you still have a few Stoker and Wells left, don't you?
I
Steven
do.
Wells?
Yes. No, we have my book, Stoker and Wells, is in demand on Indiegogo. We raised funds initially through Kickstarter. The book got tremendous reviews from the comics industry. It's on Amazon. Yes, it's on Comixology, but we're selling it cheaper. And all copies signed, which you can't get on Amazon. All copies that are bought are signed, and we are selling. I think we're down to less than 15 of your glorious exclusive cover.
The variant, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Cover. We will not print any more of those covers. If you just look Stoker and Wells, which means Bram Stoker and H.G. Wells. So
yeah, I will put in the description, everyone. I will put the link to it, and it's a fantastic book. Fantastic.
Thank you. And we are nominated. We're nominated for an esteemed Rondo Award for Best Graphic Novel. And you can vote for it. Simply, and I will put this in the email, in the comments. You literally, there's an email. You send an email, and you just write the Best Graphic Novel, Stoker and Wells, if you're so inclined, and you write your name. You have to have a name, and that's all you have to do. It will take 30 seconds of your time. The fans vote. We'll put a link to it's rondoawards.com. And you'll see the other graphic novels that are nominated as well. I'm in very, very good company. It celebrates horror and sci-fi and pop culture. So there's movies nominated, TV shows nominated, books on film, a lot of books and magazines on film, restoration, anything to do with sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and pop culture. So I'm honored that we were nominated. Not only myself, but we're both nominated. Barry Orkin did the art, and I wrote it. So we'll actually both be up tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern on the great Phil Russert's Creator Con. He's going live with the two of us tonight. We'll be talking about not only Stoker and Wells, but I'll be talking about my work with Billy on SHI. So if you got, for many of you I know Phil, know his show. Phil and the family had COVID. They've come out the other side. We were supposed to be on over a month ago, and that pesky COVID got in our way. But we're going to be on tonight. So if you feel like hanging out and watching more wonderful stuff, please tune in.
Absolutely. Well, and again, we will add the link. Steve, I don't know if you can grab the link real quick just to put in the comment section, and then of course I'll put it in the description when I edit the description, and when we go on the PoPXP, this will be put on the PoPXP. But someone had asked. First of all, let's get back. We had the comment, Stephen, about the graphic, and it is. Let me find it. Hang on. I don't know if you saw it. Johnny Sacco. Was he king?
Okay, so that was Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. Okay.
Okay. Same teeth.
That's
and same forehead.
Yeah, so. Is that not Johnny Sacco? That's must be a creature from within Johnny Sacco.
Okay. Well, and then we have a very special guest, Stephen Peros. We have our esteemed editor. Let me remove Johnny Sacco here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Kirk.
Man, there he is.
Old Bean, the books are in. Look at him.
That is phenomenal.
I'm so excited. Brenda had said she had ordered the glow in the dark, and here is your glow in the dark, and it is badass. It's not even glow in the dark on the front. It's glow in the dark on the back. If you see all the little rays, that's glow in the dark.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, and also on the spine.
I take it we
have glow in the dark and the title and the little Crusade logo.
I take it we've dealt with the whole misunderstanding about glow in the dark.
Yes, the glow in the dark didn't. I don't have to do with the glow in the dark books. I think we're going to have to refund everyone their money because as soon as we put them in the Gemini mailers, they exploded within 30 seconds.
Well, that's what happens when you mess with isoconstricting photoreactive tripolymers. It's just not what we're supposed to do.
It's not going to work. It's no more glow in the dark covers.
Billy, I am not logged in, so I can't put it in the comments. I put it in the private chat. If you
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Got it. Let me in. Sorry. All right, I will do that. I will put it in. All right.
Billy, I got to ask because
Sir, yes.
this book, came together a lot quicker than Return of the Warrior, and the next one we expect to do the same. I was talking to the guys, your fulfillment crew earlier, and people who had seen the black and white of it were still blown away by the finished package. What do you think now that you're seeing it?
I am literally over the moon. First of all, I love this Jeff Chapman.
Are you literally?
I'm literally over the moon. See me look. Whee! No, I am
figuratively, Jeff. The man is over the moon.
Yes, I am so happy. I am so pleased. I am so proud to be a part of this. Here's some of our guest stars. That came in. That's Detective Kabir, who's in it. Issa Kabir is one of our backers. I don't want to give away too much. Don't want to give it away, but it looks great. And then Jeffrey, the first thing we did, we get the glow in the dark cover, and we run into the bathroom. But we didn't leave it in the light. So
didn't leave it in the light enough.
You got to light it up. But the cool thing is that it's like a slow burn. It takes a good 10 seconds, but then all of a sudden all these ghosts just appear. See, all this green is the glow. Oh, it's just glorious.
I didn't want to leave it to chance, and I backed it just so I would get that one.
Oh well,
I'm so geeked out about the glow in the dark cover, man.
I did too. JC, I did the same thing. I pledged for the green glow in the dark.
Yeah,
I don't know how you don't do that.
Yeah, I love. And the funny thing is that the green glow in the dark, I think, is $10 cheaper than the hardcover edition, but it costs more to make this.
Hey, I got a question about that. In the end. I think, matter of fact, I think TJ or somebody else asked that in the comments. Is there going to be a glow in the dark on the or a black light on the third edition?
I think a black light. Well, I think my dream for issue number 1 of She Way the Warrior back 27 years ago was to do a glow in it 26 years ago. I'm sorry, was to do She Way the Warrior number 1 was supposed to be glow in the dark. They had outlawed the ink right before press, so I had to make the books returnable, which was pretty cool actually, because I did get about 500 returns.
And they went right back out.
Yeah, they went right back out. But now with the inks they use, it's not toxic because the glow in the dark back in the day was toxic. So for when we released the
blue lines?
What?
Do you remember getting blue lines from the printer?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they were carcinogenic.
Oh, really? Oh, great. Yeah. Terrific. So but for the 464-page omnibus, which launches early next month, She Way the Warrior, the first, which is a compilation of the first 16 issues of She and Tomo.
It's She Way the Warrior, She versus Tomo, and Tomo in the Tomoe miniseries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So it's all combined in that. It's going to be a hardcover, and we're going to do a special and exclusive because, as you know, we do our Kickstarter exclusives, and then we do our Indiegogo exclusive. So one of those exclusives will be the glow in the dark She Way the Warrior number 1. We are going to do a glow in the dark cover for She Way the Warrior number 1, and that'll be one of the books.
Not like a glow in the dark dust jacket from the omnibus.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We'll see.
You don't have other kinds.
We'll see how much that all costs. But the cool thing is that you were saying how this book came together a lot quicker.
Yeah.
We are tearing it up, aren't we, Stephen Perros, on Sakura, working title for the sequel to Shihaikyo, which is She Sakura, which is the final chapter of our Return to Warrior trilogy. You've delivered. I've done 5 pages. Gardenia's done 3 finishes, and you've already delivered script, and you have script coming in.
Absolutely.
So that book. So our May release will be for She, the omnibus edition, the giant She book, and then our August book will be She Sakura, and that book, just like the omnibus, will be completely done before we even launch.
That's
So I'm
phenomenal.
excited about it. But take a look. I don't want to stay too long. We're already a half hour. But Stephen, here's our hardcover edition. JC, look at this. A nice little on this beautiful thick paper. This is
Very
real.
nice.
It's got maybe it's 100-pound paper where I can do a little sketch or I could sign here. Then of course our prelude. We open the book. Our interior pages. I think it's a 70-pound stock for our interior pages. And then at the end, we've got. And yes, Jeff. We have credits pages.
It's as if you knew I was going to ask.
Yep. But we have a nice cover gallery. So we
Sweet.
show our covers and all. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a beautiful package. I'm so proud of it. We will be ending the campaign right now is in demand. I think I'm going to add the level to buy Debbie a glass of wine, buy Debbie a drink, because if you heard her earlier, Jeff, you weren't here, but Lefty was here.
Not.
Lefty heard her. She yelled at me because I parked my car behind her. For shame.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
She's
Now,
running
let me ask a question.
bags.
Let me ask a question, and I just say this as an editor. Did you park the car behind her or behind her car?
Behind her car.
Okay.
Parked it behind her car. And you know, I guess that makes me the bad guy. But anywho, look at this. It's this is so much thicker. I can get a you know, let me get Away of the Warrior. I mean,
Return of the Warrior.
Return of the Warrior.
Well, you know why it's thicker.
There we go.
You know why it's thicker, don't you, Billy?
And for those of you that have oh, there you go, Stephen. Thank you. For those of you that have missed it, we do have Return of the Warriors as well that are available. There's a few. I don't know. Maybe we had like 200 of these left or so. But you know, this one we didn't. You know why
it's Billy. You know why it's thicker, don't you?
No, I don't. Why?
Credits.
Yes, there's no credits in this book. So this book will be worth a lot of money someday because there's no credits.
There's my name, though.
Where's your name, Steve?
On the spine.
There he is. But no, you know, hey, you know, growing pains, right? What can you do? It happens to everybody. They get it. Ronaldo Torres says, I'll get Debbie a glass of wine. Thank you. She's going to need it. Joe, hey, what's up, Joe? Hang on, Joe Sontag, pal. I'll get Debbie. Oh, wait, here he is. Buy Debbie a drink should be under a campaign.
Thank you, Pop Culture Avenger. I really appreciate. I really appreciate that about Stoker and Wells. Thank you, sir.
Let me find that. Hang on, let me find that. Oh, he just back. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Billy, can you can you go to the private comments and pop that, copy and paste that?
Oh, perfect. Yep, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I'm so excited about our nomination for Best Graphic Novel, I just want to, especially, the writers work hard.
Copy of it? You have a copy of it real fast so you can show?
Yeah, no, I have a copy of it. Oh, let me actually go grab. I'm going to go grab your variant cover too.
While he's grabbing that, I'll just tell you, since I got to edit that project, if you have not checked out Stoker and Wells, it is a simply amazing graphic novel. When you read it, you won't believe that it is Steve's first attempt at this.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, Old Bean, is that it's his first graphic novel. Let me find my copy here. I might have my copy over there with all my books.
Thank you, JC. Yes, this is Billy's Glory.
Hang on, Steve. I'll make you bigger. Hang on real quick. Give me a second, Stephen. See if I do that. There you go. Okay.
This is Billy's absolutely stunning variant cover, which are signed when we gave these to the Kickstarter folks who pledged for this. They were not signed. That's again, Billy's the one who said, hey, why don't you go on Indiegogo? I said, Indiegogo, the book's finished. It's out. It's for sale. Why would I go on Indiegogo? He said, there's a whole other audience there. And especially if you can do something a little different. So what's a little different? Every copy of the variant cover is signed by Billy. I believe we're only down to like 12 or 13, and that's it. I'm not printing more of these. Billy's signature is on it. It's a glorious, glorious a book. All the interior art is by Barry Orkin, who worked with Billy on SHI, on the early days of SHI. We have a wonderful coloring, two different colorists worked on this. This is the same book, Barry Orkin's cover, who did not only the pencil, but the ink and the coloring on this cover, as well as this glorious back cover with our heroine on it. So every copy of this that is sold through Indiegogo and only through Indiegogo will be signed by me. And there's a lot of other really cool things. We got bookmarks. We got excellent Stoker and Wells mugs that people are really enjoying. So you can read Bram Stoker and H.G. Wells books with Stoker and Wells bookmarks, with a mug of cocoa, as Billy Tucci is wont to have.
Yes, indeed.
Curl up by the fire. So yes,
yes.
So
Well,
if you're,
why not?
again, I wouldn't want to tell people to vote for something that they haven't read. But I do, want to let people know that we are nominated and very proud of it. And if you can reach out and show some love, we'd of course love that.
Yes, and if you guys go, it's for the Rondo Awards, which are the preeminent awards for all sci-fi, horror, interesting, fun, cool stuff like that. Stuff we all like.
It's not exclusively comics.
Yeah, and for your very first graphic novel, you son of a gun,
very proud of it.
It's for the Rondo Awards. Which are the hang on.
Thank you, Brenda.
All sci-fi, horror, interesting, fun, cool stuff like that. Stuff we all like.
It's not exclusively comics. Pay no attention. Pay no
Who
attention.
is that?
It's not me. I don't think it's me.
That wasn't me. Oh well,
It's usually you, Billy.
yeah, but it's not me this time because I close all pages. But anyway, thank you, Brenda. Oh, look at this too. Look at this. He voted, Jonathan. Now, can you vote multiple times?
No. I don't want anybody voting multiple times. No, that's why you have to put a name.
This is in Maryland, Billy.
No, let me explain. That's why you have to email and print a name. And so, they tally it based on individual names. So I wouldn't want to encourage anyone to do anything untoward, as it were.
Yes. Well, here's the link, guys. For some reason, I guess the description that you sent me, Steve, was too long. It kept getting cut off, so I just shut it off.
Thank you.
But if you could just do this, simply email it to see all the nominees. You can go to the Rondo Awards. You don't have to vote for everyone if you don't want to. But the important thing is
Rondo Awards lets you vote for just a category. You don't have to vote for everything that's there. That's why they actually say that, and you can either fill out our ballot and email it, copy and paste and email it back to us, or you can simply just write in what you want to vote for in an email. So they will accept just an email that says, I want, best TV show, blah, 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 and you write your name. So you can vote for anything individually on the Rondo Awards. It's peer. You're nominated by your peers and voted on not only by your peers but by the public. So it's kind of a fun award, and it's a really cool statue. And I just gotta have one.
Excellent. Yes, you do. You should have one. You deserve one, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. And another cool thing is we got these overages of the covers. They made some covers that, these overages of just the printed covers.
Oh, cover flats.
So I think we're going to make a slipcase out of it or something. And, or maybe the mystery packs or something. We'll put your books in here. You get a whole comic in here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I like it.
Look how nice. But anywho, all the books are available, guys. Again, Stephen and Jeffrey, I want to thank you guys for all your amazing work you did on this book, on this series. We are out. As I showed earlier, JC, I'm going to do it again. Hang on a second. Our printers drove the book. I think this is the first ever crowdfunded campaign. Hang on, let me find the image.
I love it, Billy.
Which is fun. That the comics were delivered from the printer to the publisher via RV.
That's really, truly, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
So there was just a mix up with the printing, with the binding of the books and packing of the books after they were printed at the end of March, and everyone went to find out what it was, and it was Shelley and Robert and Joseph at API Printing who found our books and had them binded, had them boxed up and shipped, and then Robert Smith drove this gigantic 45-foot RV from his home in Georgia to Tennessee, and then all the way up to Long Island where we live. Over 1,500 miles he drove it to deliver our books to ensure that we have these on Monday morning. He actually got in it was pouring rain out. We actually got together with them. We met them about midnight they rolled in to the hotel that we got them at midnight on Sunday night. I'm like, let's just hang out in the RV. And they brought their dogs with them, and Robert's mom came and his wife came, and we're hanging out. You got to see this. I'm totally going to get an RV when I move out of my parents' house.
Hey, Billy, TJ James wants to know, now that JC's here, maybe you can go move the truck so that Debbie can, although I don't know why it takes JC to be in the room. What is he, like the paternal fatherly figure?
Actually, Steve, it's a long-running thing that I come on the show and Billy disappears.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And I said, I can't disappear. I parked my truck. Okay. So I have a big Dodge Ram, and Debbie's 5'2", and
It's a big Dodge Ram.
And she
it's
hates
bigger than the average size.
It's a Ram. It's not a Dodge. They don't call them Dodge. It's a Ram 1500, and she hates it. So she hates because she can't park it. So I park behind her, apparently. And but oh well, she could, she looks cute, and I love when she drives it. I got the Flowmaster headers on it. Some of it's real loud, and you see her driving. It's funny. Anyway, but I digress. Let's get back to this. We are also now, as you know, our team SHI, our fulfillment crew, who wish to remain nameless, they've already boxed up over 500 comics, Jeff.
That's just freaking phenomenal.
All ready to go out. So my niece Emily is coming today. Debbie, they're going to start printing out labels today. Debbie has printed out something like 1,000 printing labels. And our goal is to get at least 1,000 packages out this week, if not at 1,500.
That's phenomenal.
It's great. So everything.
To tell people about your operation, Billy, you have a team of about four or five people working, and you're working down over at the Knights of Columbus or something.
Yeah, no, we're at the American Legion Hall, and we are fulfilling in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, beautiful bar with tables, and I'm like, this is perfect. So we're fulfilling at the bar downstairs in the Legion Hall, and they're just like a machine. And I came through with the books. I signed about 1,000 comics yesterday, and it's rolling along. I have to go get them lunch, actually, because I don't know if they've eaten lunch. I know, no, but I was just so excited. I wanted to go live. For all you backers out there, we are still in demand. We will be for the next week or so. I will be adding a thing tomorrow to buy Debbie a drink, because as you could see, she needs one already. How she screamed at me before. But if I may share the campaign real quick.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then we'll leave. Because I know we won't leave, right?
We won't leave before we talk about one more thing.
Okay. So here's our campaign, everyone. Shihaikyo. Wow, I sold. Someone purchased a cover of mine, so thank you so much. They purchased this cover. The hardcover.
Oh, I love it.
So, so we're over $151,000. Thank you guys so much. You're all amazing. We're going to be delivering your books. You're going to be getting your books in the next 2-3 weeks, because we do have a lot of backers. But I'm hoping, by the end of the month, we should have everything out for everyone. We're just waiting on the T-shirts, which are coming Monday, and the metal editions and the jeweled editions, which are coming as well. But the campaign is in demand for a few weeks. We've got all this fun, delightful stuff. Look at this. Look at all this. Look at all this stuff, guys. All your stretch goals. Everyone gets your stretch goal packs. If you order at least before March 1st, where's that? Where's my stretch goal pack?
You order before March 1st.
No, so
wait a minute. That doesn't seem right.
What?
March 1st.
No. If you order before March 1st, you are guaranteed to get all the stretch goals listed. If you ordered afterwards, due to demand, because we had to order the stretch goals in January, you might get something a little different. You might not necessarily get all of these. Yeah, but you will get stuff. We will make it up to it. But that's for everyone. See, after March 1st.
Love it.
Which was always because we had to pre-order all the stuff.
Hey, look, you don't have to tell me twice.
I don't. But just and then Team SHI, Sans editors, right, Jeff?
Yes.
Sorry.
We'll be taking that up with Niall.
Yeah, we'll put that up. Where is Team SHI? Hang on. This original art, sketch covers. There we go. There we are. Look at that.
You notice Niall had himself in the picture.
Yeah, Niall's in there. Look.
Poor
Well,
Jason
this
and
is
me,
what it's
man.
all about. Jeffrey, you had something that you wanted to. So anyway, guys, if
I
you could
did.
share
And
this real quick, Jeff. I know a lot of you people out there, and thank you all for this. I know that you guys had already pledged. If you guys can just share it on your social media, or if you want to add to your pledge, we're ending this in the next week or so because we just want to move on to the next campaign, to the omnibus edition. So
which is going to rock.
Which is going to rock. So I'm going to do the litmus configuration again. Hang on. There we go.
So I just wanted to say, since we're talking about in demand, that second Wednesday in demand, I sent you the link in the private chat.
All right. Yeah. You want to give everybody the gist to that, please?
It is the grisliest unsolved murder in the history of my sleepy little adopted hometown of Hearst, Texas, which isn't really all that sleepy. It's just very suburban. And the mother of the murder victim is given up on the police solving it, so she hires private investigators Donovan Bay and Michelle Benson, and it goes from there.
Yeah, I have the original art, Jeff.
And what?
I have the original art, the cover art.
You did the original illustration of Donovan Bay and Michelle Benson, and it is in the deluxe edition. And Brian Miller, who colored SHI, colored that, and several other pieces by other artists. And it is it's due to arrive on Thursday, and I'm going to end the. There you go, right there. Look at that. I
cannot wait.
I'm going to end the in demand as soon as we've got the bulk of it shipped. So I certainly expect to do that by, a week from Friday, maybe. And,
do you have copies with you?
I don't. It arrives literally. It arrives on Thursday, I'm told. Though it's already in Bethpage, so I sort of think that maybe I do have a cover flat, which is.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful Joe Jusko cover, gorgeous.
And I have all sorts of unbound interior stuff.
Okay.
But here's yours colored.
Oh, nice. Oh, give me that one. Can I have that when you come by?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Also,
you did back it, so you are getting a copy.
Jeff, TJ says about your digital rewards for the campaign. What are you offering digitally?
Oh, the digital rewards, and that's the thing. The book itself, you won't be able to get the deluxe edition on Amazon, but the book itself is going to be the same thing. But the thing that we did was we had 4 digital rewards. We originally were only going to have 3, but then the way the signatures broke on the book, I ended up sticking the first short story in the book, just to take up some pages at the end. And basically, I have the digital rewards are the short story Saturday Night the Usual, which is the first Michelle Benson solo story. I pretty quickly discovered after I wrote the first draft of this a few years ago, Michelle had a lot more to say, and that was really fun. And then I did another one called McManus and McLean, which is another Fort Worth area set crime story. And I've had really nice comments on it, really enjoyed it. And then I had an audiobook version of Saturday Night the Usual. Yes. It was read by my friend Debbie Choquer, who does the Whiskey Mistress podcast. And I really, I had, and again, very nice comments on that, really enjoyed it. And then when I discovered I was adding Saturday Night the Usual to the novel, I included one more short story, which is called Josephine. And it probably received my my favorite review I ever had. Long ago when I first wrote it, a copy of it was sitting on my friend Kevin. Yeah, that's Ostrich to you, Billy.
Yes, Ostrich.
I was sitting on his coffee table, and a friend of his came over and read it. And Kevin walked back into the room, and his friend looked at him and goes, "This is effed up." And I'm like, that's my favorite review of that story.
There you go.
JC, I would just like to say it's just been such a delight to, you are somebody who has obviously been a writer, a dramatic writer, creative writer in comics for some time. Since I got to know you well, working as editor on Stoker and Wells, in a way you sort of were somewhat sidelining or compartmentalizing your own original work in service to some of the other money gigs. And it's so nice to see you just coming on in the last, I'll just generalize, year with a real vengeance, saying, no, I am J.C. Vaughn, a writer. I have a history. I have a fan base. And here's this great new work, and the fans responding, and it's a thrill. It's a thrill to have.
Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate you saying that. One of the things that I enjoyed the most about the novel is I imagined I've been at Gemstone for 26 years. I mean, literally 26 years this month, and I'm like unlike a lot of writers, I love my day job. It's not something I do just to pass the time. I actually think about it a lot and enjoy it, and that. But doing a novel was something I imagined doing in my Avis days. I really wanted to hit my boss's boss over the head with the book and say, I'm effing out of here. But that's not how it worked out. And I've done what I figure between the comics and nonfiction. I've either initiated, created, written for, or contributed to something like 50 books.
Mm-hmm.
And yet this is my first novel, and I'm totally geeked out about it.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Stephen, real quick, now that Jeff has had such great success with his digital, is there a digital option to purchase Stoker and Wells, Order of the Golden Dawn?
Yeah, there is. Absolutely. There's a digital option on Indiegogo. It's like $10, which is cheaper than it is on Comixology, cheaper than it is on Amazon. So yes, there is a digital choice to get the book as a digital download for sure.
Excellent. Yeah, because and especially a lot of people overseas, because shipping gets so expensive. We get a lot. I'm so glad that we do our digital option too, because we do sell a lot of them, and it's again people that live in Singapore or something like that, and or Australia.
And by the way, this just so people know who are getting potentially a $10 digital download. We're talking about a 94-page book. How do I know it's 94? Because I came up with the revelatory idea of putting page numbers on comics. So yes, I said, well, this is about two authors and their adventure in 4,000 years into the future. So they're going to expect, if they're looking down or looking up from wherever they are, that there should be page numbers as there are on the books that they themselves had published. So I actually think I convinced Billy that when we do the omnibus, to have a page counts, especially when we're grouping these books together all into one volume. And I remember mentioning to JC, and he said, "I don't see why we can't."
yeah, definitely. We're going to do that for the. We are going to do a She Return of the Warrior omnibus edition, which includes She Returned the Warrior, Haikyo, and then the follow-up, which is titled right now, the working title is Sakura.
Hey, what is that wife of yours? I don't understand what her issue is with the title. I want to understand.
Because this is the Sakura edition, which was our Indiegogo exclusive.
Oh, I thought it was because she bought her makeup.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know that that's going to create any confusion.
Thank you. Well, get on the horn with her. Hang on, get on the horn with her, and we can do that.
Oh no, if Debbie was there, I'm going to totally agree with her. Are you kidding me? I'm not.
I know. So guys, just to wrap it up, thank you all. Your comics are all in. They're being boxed up right now. I'm sure as of last night when we finished, we wrapped about 8 p.m. We had boxed almost 500 books. Packages already.
I can tell you from talking to your team, they're not set on 1,000. They're set on 1,500 or more.
Yeah. So that's the goal, is to ship out, God willing,
shipping it out a whole new door.
Yeah, 1,500 of them ship out come Friday when we do our shipping. But for those of you who want a package, everyone gets you get a mini print. Here's our stretch goals. We have a lot of stretch goals. Of course, the book is expanded from the original 48 pages to 64 pages, 10 pages of story. So you get it. You'll get a.
Wait a minute, Billy, is that Masahiro Arashi with the SHI kanji carved on his chest?
Wait a minute. You're the first person to notice that. How did that happen?
Ah, I have no
It
idea.
must be an important story element.
It must be. You're going to have to purchase Shihaikyo to find out. But we've got our trading cards. So there's the Debbie trading card. You've got the Connie Valentina trading card. We've got and a lot of these are the gold. If you look, it's a gold threaded, gold metallic trading card. Hardcover edition, the Toro edition, Sigmund Torre, the great Sigmund Torre color, this beautiful Rie card. You get Steve. Look at this. You're going to get you get a magnet, the SHI magnet. You get
very attractive.
You get the Maria Laura Sanapo card. Again, the Sakura card, which is of the gold metallic thread within it. You get your temporary SHI tattoo. Look at that.
See, only Billy Tucci can make death temporary.
Wow, that just happened, everyone. That just happened. So, guys, your books have arrived. We promised April delivery. We are doing it. So I want to thank you all for joining us. Stephen, of course, well done on this book. It is a true joy, and it's inspiring to work with you. And Jeff, when we get together, and Jeff and I will have lunch, and I'm just over the moon being friends with you since 7th grade.
That's right.
I think we met in the lunchroom or one of our classes the first day of school of junior high.
That's right. That's right.
It's been all downhill. It's been all downhill from there.
That's true. We worked on back the school plays. All sorts of things went on. Halloween parties. God's sake, really.
You were a zombie one time. You had the bullet hole in your head for that great makeup. That was great. Anyway, guys, thank you all for joining us. If you guys want to go to back SHI Return of the Warrior, please do. The link is in the description. Also, you have Second Wednesday by J.C. Vaughn, which is currently in demand. And Jeff is delivering these books next week. They're going out.
Yeah, we'll start shipping next week. We'll start packing probably Thursday night. They're going to get here Thursday.
Excellent. And then if you want on-demand shipping, unheard of in a crowdfunded book, you have, let's find it. I think this is it. Stephen Paros's and Barry Orkin's Stoker and Wells, Order of the Golden Dawn. I'll put all these in the description, the links to it. And if you guys can support these wonderful creators, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting us.
We got one more thing. No, two more things to add. Just real quickly. Shipping from the printer this week, which means it'll hit comic shops in about 2 weeks, is the Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics, which features a cover by one William Tucci.
Thank you. Yeah.
Of Miss Fury.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. It's the first time we've ever had an art cover on the book.
I think I had that original art.
And also the first time that the grading guide has ever had a hardcover edition. Wow. And also at press right now, the Bedtime Stories for Impressionable Children King Size Special Giant Annual #1.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, all right. Oh, I got to get this to all right. Well, everyone, thank you all. Well done, Jeff. I hope to see you this week.
You will.
Stephen, in your travels that you're going to be going on, your adventures. Good luck on your adventures over the next few weeks. And loving the pages. They're exceptional. Sakura is
it's enough. I'm thrilled with this story as well. We've outlined, we created the whole outline for it, and we actually did now. We've learned from Haikyo to give more pages to areas that we're going to clearly need more pages, and so this is a great saga that's continuing. We're saying a trilogy, but the story will continue after. There is more to this story of Anna, her teenage daughter, and characters heretofore unknown as we move forward into Sakura.
Yes, and Anna Ishikawa will be doing some traveling on her own, won't she?
Well,
in the next video. Real quick, just one last quick question. Jane Sanchez asked JC Vaughn, I love the physical edition of the price guide, but when is it going online or in an app?
an app.
Let's say this is a project I am working on. I cannot give you a date yet.
All right. Well,
I like the idea of an app because then it can, you can keep updating it. It can get,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. What a great idea. You know.
Yep.
Rolling through and all.
Always current.
And it won't only just be that.
Mhm.
All right. Well, terrific, exciting.
I'd like to
news.
say thank James for that question and TJ for the comments earlier and everybody else who said hi. I know it's been a while since I've been on.
Yep. All right, everybody. Us too. The PoPXP. We hope to go live next week. We were banished. We were banned. We had a copyright strike because apparently we were one of the other, 10,000 YouTube channels that showed bits and pieces of the Wonder Woman 84 trailer. And because no one on the panel liked that movie, I think, they went after us and they struck us and gave us a 90-day copyright strike, which officially ends today, but we still can't go live.
Yeah,
So
it actually probably was not legal, but you weren't about to pay lawyers to settle it because the whole
of course.
of a commercial or a trailer is that it is advertising, and it wasn't like you went to a post-production house and stole scenes and were putting scenes from the movie up. You put their promotional the trailer that is shared on 1 million trailer sites legally. Why shouldn't you? You're a news show.
And Steve, you're absolutely right. And I mean, I live in the realm of fair use. I mean, price guides are protected by Supreme Court precedent. So I never have to worry about that if my book's a price guide. But the fact is that they didn't even download it. They showed it from the Warner Brothers site.
Yeah.
It
with no sound. We didn't even have the audio. We didn't
Yeah.
even play the audio, though, which is just frustrating. What are you going to do? But, I am not one to be bought by the corporate media. And I will not say I like something if I don't like it, by George, right?
That's
Indeed.
right.
Are we not men? I'm a party guy. I toe the party line here. And Steven's been to the Soviet Union. I have a flask.
I've been.
Yes.
When it was
at the height of the Cold War.
That's right.
Yeah, Deborah too. Debbie went probably the same year in '88. She went in college. She went to
we had friends going with a school group, and Ostrich and I told them that a great way to greet people was to wave at them and say "Amerikanski spionum."
What does that mean?
American spy.
Oh, geez. All right. All right, guys. Yes, we will be re-breaking out the taiko drums. James, everyone out there, have a great day. Thank you all for supporting us. We are packing your books up right now. They will be going out over the next 3 weeks, maybe 4. We got a lot of backers, but everything's on their way. Gentlemen, this has been wonderful. I'm so proud. I will get you your books. I promise, Stephen. I assure you I will get you your copies. And not just the one you bought, but comps as well. And just thank you, everybody. I should have done this at night, though, so I could have turned the lights off. Because I have windows all here.
Well, we'll have it to look forward to.
Yes, something right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you once again on the PoPXP, especially when we are able to go live again. And, peace, love, comics, and we're all in this together. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye, guys.